Part of the show.
Yeah, it was a good.
I got it on the battery. I don't have big time camera equipment wrapped up in this. All right, I gotta go check my car.
So the you guys have that were taking the lump.
Library of dimensions and different engines and stuff like that. And then he also used to use. Have you ever seen the Dubro muffler? And he had bought. He still had. I think it was 30.
I got a couple of the ones that were kept. He is the best.
Literally. I'm not sure. It's about all your tip rates, especially I'm not sure that's put him over the edge. I even was when he was redoing I sent him this. Well, my problem is a lot of the airplanes I'm always used to buildings and tip rate, and I use the tip rate and now I'm trying to take the tip rate out, and there's some that I can. I do have a couple of things
I've never seen the added weight up and I put the wood.
Yeah, you do that.
But I still try to build it as I can on everything. That way it gets
I think the other ones here, you're focusing the old classic.
oh yeah.
I think they're going to require a most of them were like Los Angeles, there was just maybe orders for the team, so you wouldn't have to put the tip rate in. Well, it was just you could way about and replace that with 9 to 8 0. It's definitely blowing up now. They really like this kid. But everybody's flying too wide, wasn't it?
Yes, it had been a little bit longer service. I have a lot of guys that do this.
My gift
Guys,
to you.
Huh.
I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it's any good. I found it in the field there.
Cool. I'd say that'll be really good on my baby ringmaster.
I don't have anything to use it for except a glow driver, maybe.
Yeah, you have to hell of it. Say that's an 11-volt battery. You have to run your engine starter on that. I don't know how many starts you get out of it.
The reception is better over here, believe it or not.
They had so much trouble with half-bay Stunt this year with Rodak. They're actually talking about letting us fly electric version next year too.
That's Matt. List. How many more we got left?
That circle's behind this circle.
No,
Who's
forget
out
that
there? Matt
circle.
Newman is on the circle.
Forget that circle. That don't matter. We're all flying fairly just good.
Matt Trolin's number 14.
6 more flights.
6 more flights. And over here we got 2 flights. Is that Matt on there? Yeah.
Everybody's
West. Matt's on the circle on next. Yeah. So we gotta, well, maybe not yet, but let's start thinking about it.
If I concentrate on this circle, I'll get all 20 flying. If I go back and forth,
yeah, you're screwed.
I did get Joe Gilbert's wing separation on camera.
Unfortunately, that's going to get us pretty good.
Yeah, especially when I cut it out of there and go, look at this!
And then nothing.
I'm gonna do.
That happened
You know, they watch us and say this.
Trolling.
I get the stand here, but I know what they're looking for. They're waiting for one of them. That's all they're waiting for. There's been some guys on there before.
Hey, no shirt, no service.
Come now. Let's be getting ready to go fly. It's get cleaned up.
Let the margaritas begin.
Getting the sticky off his hand.
Did you say you're extra, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna walk on that there. I don't know why the reception would be better over here, especially for the thing than out there.
Hard to say.
That was 2 hours ago, that video.
Yep. Where are you going?
Yeah, reception's way better over here. Boy, that microphone picks everything up.
Yeah, you gotta watch talking around it. Like a little spy in the back.
Yeah, I found my glasses.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good.
I just put them on. They're them transitions. As long as I stay out of the sun, they'll stay clear.
Dennis has been commenting about long maneuvers.
Yeah.
And keep it from getting wound up and
They're long and they got to be tall.
some are and some aren't. Some are the same height, they're just stretched out. Or egg-shaped loops with flat spots back bottom.
Loops are not eggs.
Nope. Well, not really an egg shape, but an oval.
Too bad about Joe. He had a chance because he was flying good. There's Mike Schmidt. Well, at least he won't be last. Paul Walker and Joe Gilbert will be 20th and 19th.
84 degrees and 12-mile-an-hour winds. What they're saying now, as of 5 minutes ago.
Mike's flying pretty good. I got to get my shit together because he couldn't beat me 5 years ago.
He's gotten a lot better in the past 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. It's down here. Yeah.
Now you're the buzzard. I thought you were somebody else.
Oh.
You sound like one of our buzzards. The old buzzard.
Yeah.
Didn't that sound like Bill?
Yeah, it did, but they're gone.
Date and buzz and buzzer.
You got it.
Yeah, sure.
The busy buzzards.
Yeah.
Hey!
What's happening, brother?
Who is that?
I don't know.
He knows it buzzard.
Been around for a while.
Yeah, buzzard's been around for 70 plus odd years. Probably about 75 or might be 80 years now. One of the oldest clubs that's never lost its charter.
Yeah.
I think that's one of them Gator 4 blades on Matt Coleman's airplane.
He can't tell you because my grandpa set it up for me.
Yeah, built the two.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Just keep doing what you're doing and you have a clear conscience. You know. Can't do anything else. I know I'm legit.
And it gets around just fine. Yeah, it still catches.
Everybody knows you're legit because they see it live.
Yeah, I don't take a hunt wing and put it in my airplane.
It really surprised the hell out of me that you'd build a kit. I mean, I'm going out here. What's he thinking? And so he just wants to see what it's like to build something sort of simple and easy.
Well, it may be a kit, but it's a scratch-built kit.
Well, yeah, but it's still a kit. You know, that's one of the easiest ones that there are out there to build. You could get a Raby Bearcat as a kit, but it's still harder to tell airplane to build.
I got a raid kit.
Yeah. I built one from scratch.
I haven't put it together yet because you need so much damn room. It's going to be sitting on a jig for 3 months.
Yeah, but you could. I did mine a little bit different than he did. You know, the fuselage you almost have to build on the jig because it's round.
Well, I got the original raid molds too.
But that's for the BBQ Bearcat, the big one.
Yeah.
Mine's a classic. Ask Alan Goff about that airplane sometime.
I don't think I'd like to fly that airplane in this.
Because that airplane flew him. Oh, nice job. He didn't fly it, but flew him.
Could you imagine what kind of big kite that would be in this wind?
Oh my God. Yes, I can.
Because you know you're not going to build that in the 50s. It's going to be in the 80s.
You know, you're allowed to sit under the tent. You don't have to be.
No, we want to sit in the shade.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this shark this guy had.
It's only the bottom of the maneuvers that count anyway.
Anyway, he had two props on there.
So, how are you liking your electric car after she's fine?
How much did they charge you to charge that up?
Nothing.
Yeah, right. So you mean you just go anywhere and plug it in?
You go to the Tesla charger and plug it in.
Uh-huh.
It's free.
So the government's subsidizing it.
No, Tesla is paying for it.
And you subsidize Tesla.
You kind of got it on the tail end of that.
Yeah.
It's free. Is it free for life?
Yeah.
Your life or the car's life?
I don't know.
How many cycles they say the batteries are worth?
I don't know.
It's a secret, right?
I don't know. I think there's probably a lot of unknowns.
It's real expensive.
Especially yours.
It's cheaper to replace the whole car than it is to replace the battery. The battery's 75% of the car, 80%.
Howard will make his own.
Yeah.
I bet you if you open up that battery, it's a bunch of laptop batteries.
It is a bunch of cells in there. Whole ship all wired together.
Can you imagine the amperage that's coming out of that?
They tell you don't work on them yourself because you can literally kill yourself in a split second.
I don't see how you can in DC current.
And it's the amperage that gives you, not the current, not the voltage.
Yeah, he was fine.
You know, 10 amps kill you.
No, 1/10 of an act.
Yeah.
There are many infants.
Stick yourself in the bathtub. Cook juice.
And we'll see you doing this. And the signal this. And we won't get out last.
You know, I think who knows how many amps that is. It's
When that problem that circle will have
probably thousands of amps.
Oh, he's done. That circle will be done.
Well, he's discharging that battery a quarter mile. Think how much juice that's putting out.
Oh yeah. He can toast a battery in one flight. If he does, I can't remember what he said. He does something wrong. He literally toast a battery in one flight.
I think that's Joe Daly you're looking at now.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
Whoa!
His wing come off too.
Wing. Look at that. His wing is, he's got one wing came off.
He's done. These guys better watch some more stunt hanger videos.
It's still flying.
Some of them in front of you.
He's going to keep it in the air until the battery will last. And then like up the ground. It won't have the velocity then.
Finish the pattern.
Yeah, it is. That's his world. That's the plane.
That's no fun flying level.
That's a come apart.
It's probably fixable.
Yeah, it may be. We'll find out.
He's going to the wolves. That kills his.
I know that feeling too well.
In this instance right now, when they quit, I'd be walking towards the grass and dumping the grass. I see what he does. Or even the cornfield. So we had a time machine crash. No, that's Pattern Master. A Pattern Master crash, which you guys didn't get to see because that was on Circle 2.
Yes.
And 2 wings come off today.
We also had a startup in the pits that ate the tail off the airplane in front of it, where something happened. They didn't have the lines connected. The guy pressed the electric button to shut it down, but he didn't pull the plug. The airplane started up and ate the airplane in the pits in front of it. And then there was another crash where the staff got taken off, but it wasn't a bad crash. And then there was one more crash besides that, and I don't know who that was.
Yes.
Hey, Silver, that's how you do
Who is that out there flying? Is that Daly out there?
Yeah.
He knows what's going on. So when it runs out, probably improves the battery draw a little bit.
And at the time,
No, but I mean, we're just sticking the horn as opposed
What a bunch of sadistic people. Waiting to see what happens here.
Oh, yeah, well, he's going to Europe right now. He's going to be busy the next
Chris, you know they only watch this stuff on video and stuff to watch for the crashes, you know, just like NASCAR and all that other stuff. It's all about the crashes.
Well, that's a shit.
We just
10 days to hold it.
Yeah, we just don't have 10,000, 100,000 people in the scan swilling beer, you know, rooting on the crash.
What did he do when he did the break it?
That's a take apart airplane, and I think it came apart.
Came apart. What did that's pretty early in the fight.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty early. Like I checked
squares, I think.
squares.
think he's getting ready. Catch it!
Cut off the.
Yeah, cut off.
I said finish up the pattern. You're no fun. You...
Hey? I've had that happen. Twice. First our Spectre 44.
Oh, he's using both hands to fly it.
Hey, Jim.
No, oh,
Here comes the deal.
The engine and the thing lifted off the ground, huh? All right. I'm going to put this lesson on you, too. Kurt Tank, designer of the FW190,
Okay.
said he didn't want a racehorse when he designed the 190. He wanted a cavalry horse. He wanted something that would work hard, be ready to go at a moment's notice, and keep going. That means Mr. Lightweight. He was designing for durability, serviceability, and things like that.
So it was overweight.
And it was the ass-kicking airplane of the whole war.
Folk Wolf 190?
Yes. It had one of the best kill ratios. It had endless growth possibility. Started as an air superiority fighter.
I thought
They put it in
P-51
they
was
put
the
it
top
in a
dog.
made it a fighter bomber. The later versions, they put the long nose engine in it. It would kick a P-51's ass. Yeah, and it did it for the whole war.
And actually, I thought the Thunderbolt was even more of a workhorse than.
Yeah, that's well. I don't know if I'd advise anybody to do a Thunderbolt approach, but it worked. The Corsair, same way.
I'd have got that into the grass so it didn't skin it
Yeah.
up. Because I think that's the airplane he's going to take.
Now, seriously, I think there is something to make the airplanes durable and serviceable and things like that. Build them for 1,000 flights and stuff like that. Something gets lost, you can't be repairing things all the time or fixing.
You haven't seen my wings folding up. It's called engineering.
It's called a little construction. It's called, but it's also called, gee, let's see how light we can make this. And you take the weight out in the wrong place, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And it does happen.
But it's like putting in a lightweight balcony, put in an aluminum, balcony axle or something like that. It's just no. You're not going to get rich off of what you save.
I think I'll stay with piano wire.
Well, that's it. I like piano wire better than a bolt even. Because no threads.
Hey, Wes, how you doing?
Len, yes. I don't know the full definition. I think it's blowing a hoolie right now.
Yes, it is blowing a hoolie. You know it.
12-some miles an hour the last I checked. Which is
This is ugly now. This is ugly.
It wasn't supposed to get like this.
No.
I just flew my flight and I got through actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy
did.
with it. But it's it's blowing a hoolie. So
It's got rough.
flight looked pretty good. I was watching it.
yeah, I let it go a little big some places, but it was pretty smooth. So we'll see.
It's a shame to see planes being
Done it
lost,
so many
but
times.
Other
Yeah.
day,
It's kind of like
Flew my
coming to
first
be a
flight.
tourist and
This
enjoy
one.
yourself.
I don't know. I'm going to try to make it smaller. Maybe everything about 4 feet smaller. Change my scores.
Really.
So one pattern was too big, one was too little, but both of them.
you'll be here for the finals tomorrow, Sparky? No? I don't know.
We're leaving today.
I hear you.
Oh, you're not going to be here tomorrow? No, man.
Get things back.
Well, who's going to live stream the old time?
You'll have to.
I got 8 or 10 doctors looking after me, so. One of them should get it, right?
As the crowd gathers.
The autopsy has begun.
I could fix about a day.
I think that's the airplane he's taking to Europe in 2 weeks.
I could fix it.
Is it a take apart?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's probably come apart if it take apart shit.
So anything low?
Oh man,
I'm the king of getting out of shit. I bet I get
Well, if I'm
put
gonna
back
fall
together
over,
quick.
I bet you could too. I believe you, Sparky.
One year Brett Buck crashed. I offered to repair his airplane for him out of the field. No, you know, because he thinks I'm somebody. I know I can get it
Get
together.
it together and it would work and it wouldn't fall apart either. Or Sparky, I'd let you fix my airplane anytime. I can tell you right now, because I know you know me good. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Well, I found this week to be educational. Learning stuff. That's all I can say. And educational.
Well, you beat me by an ounce. Of course, you finishing.
Yeah, I didn't do it else. Big deal.
Did you use 1 quart of paint? More sanding.
More sanding is the use of the thing. More sanding. I wasn't generous with the paint.
With the big camera, a little bit later.
You're a little late.
And I had 2 coats of spray shot. Still kept it at 59 ounces. Stupid on that either. Gotta go reasonable. If you build it well enough, you don't need
Yeah, then
spray
you fall
shot.
on
I'm gonna go over and look at this catastrophe.
It's a video game. Yeah, the wind starts bouncing this way. Yeah, that's it's bumpy. That's the problem. I think it is.
Got the cat, the lamp fluid.
Put it back.
Story. I think I'm gonna go walking outside the way. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. I go up. Then he goes, my design, laser cut, wood,
Get through at the end of the You got 2 weeks. Get the great thing is you guys ran lazy. Have them all marked.
Build it like where you cut out the ribs, they're square. They're not.
Pressurize your head.
Yep. That's Craig Gunder out there. We're coming up on 4 gigabyte use. Boy, that was a deal. I'd be 10 gigabyte more than that. Huh?
This thing is right the stuff there.
The wind is blowing. It's
Still only said 11 and 12 miles.
gusting to 40. 40.
That was pretty scary. Heads wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I had to screw up with the tent yesterday. 2 hours left, you know. You say you're 65 uses 6.5 ounces.
7 and 5/8. Running a Messick prop
Oh,
at 10 grand. 9,800 or something like that, 10,000, somewhere around in there.
Howard Rush. And he is going here.
Of course, you can't get that prop anymore.
Yeah, you can. Make it. We have the technology.
That prop, that pipe length, all that stuff works perfect. Randy's 65 size quiet pipes.
That we're using. Somebody asked me what is it. Yeah, it's my wing. It's a USA 1/4 slipper. You know, I really don't. I do think the aspect ratio matters a lot.
You're fighting some kind of grass down
It's more to play than anything.
Yeah, you don't want a pattern match for thick.
No, you don't want a 3-inch thick.
I wonder how much battery that uses.
You know, they did all that stuff to help stop wind up in the past. Big, thick, blunt slings and everything because they were getting wind up real bad. And then they came out with the pipe business and they didn't have that wind up anymore. Didn't need that big, thick, draggy wing.
It's Howard Rush. Did he take a temp?
I think he just started, didn't he?
I think he's worried about it come apart. Hey Derek, did Howard Rush do the pattern?
No, he tipped his prop and took an attempt.
Oh, this is an attempt?
So he's going to go down 3, but there's no 3, is there?
If they had that happen in trials.
Yeah, you can. You can.
So my purple light didn't come on right.
The blue light was the wrong shade.
It don't matter. If you take off and you missed your RPM, just call it an attempt. Because you don't think it's going to make it.
But it doesn't change. I went to a team trials. I was third up last day. The guy who was first, who hasn't flipped his prop, so he couldn't start. The guy who was second hadn't flipped his prop twice all week. He couldn't start either. Where do you start saying F you? You know, be a man.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I started mine on the first flip. And I flew the first flight of the day. Eat my shorts.
No, we always burp our planes before, and make sure they're cleaned out and get it.
Well, it just boggles the imagination. They didn't fly because a particular flyer, national renown, if I said his name, you know what? He was famous. He'd call attempts from the pits. And I'm not going to fly. Drop me down 2 flights.
Yeah, try and shoot the better air. Didn't want to be the first one in front of the judges. That's a good one. Don't want to be the first one in front of the judges because they want the judges to warm up on somebody else so their scores start easy.
Yeah, my first pilot's meeting says, by the way, attempts will be called from the circle. You can go out in front of God and everybody and say your motor don't start. You're not going to call it from the goddamn pits.
Yeah, that's the boy.
So Joe thinks he's got enough time to build a new wing. He probably does. Plug-in wing. So he has to build one wing panel.
They break right at the end of the
Yeah, you can see us take apart hardware there. I think that's the problem with take apart wings is that you got this hard point and you have to somehow distribute that through the rest of the wing.
Easy. How I would do it. You got a hard piece coming off here. I would take a piece of 1/8 inch or something and then scab onto this and then come way out here like this and taper it up to the 3/16 spar out there to spread that load out away from the piece line.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to try it with an I-beam. I think an I-beam would be perfect.
For a take apart?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got a solid spar.
Well, you got that, and that spar is made to distribute the load through the whole wing. Plus, I think I-beams have, the old story on I-beams is that they help smooth out the pattern because they would flex.
Yeah, turbulate the air with all them ripples on the wing.
Well, they would flex, and you turn the corner, the wing would flex, and it kind of
You did that the take-apart system. You could take that thing, and right here's where your pull through take-apart is, and take it out like this. On that car, the point way out there.
Yeah.
You know, with a flat plate right on that.
That's
car.
it, and you're right, and you're putting that reinforcement like into like the landing gear area and everything like that.
Out
So it all
past the
kind of
landing
ties,
gear area,
together.
bay or so.
Yeah.
Past the landing gear one day. And
You could build a hell of a core, and then I put a piece of carbon tubing on the leading and trailing edge. It's basically for incidence tubes, but they would also stick them on there.
The best take-apart system is the one that uses that carbon fiber tube, like a toilet paper tube,
Yeah.
and then it spans out. The tube's that long, it don't weigh shit, and it's gonna break there at the fuselage.
Well, I built a Magnum for my dad. He used to brag that I built it for him. Well, you could reach that age and stuff, nobody gave me any shit anyway. But it was built around, I had a piece of 3/4 inch aluminum tube, heavier than the carbon, but a hell of a lot cheaper and more available too. And I built that into the foam wing. And the airplane ended up getting crashed when it flew into the fence. It didn't fail because of the wing. So
That guy, you didn't see it, but at Joe Knoll, a guy from Brazil came and he had an extra 300. It looked to me like it was an RC airplane converted to control line, but the whole take-apart system was RC. You know, just you couldn't break that. There's no way. There is no way you could break that.
you watch what they put them things through when they spin them and flip them in, you know, that's putting a tremendous amount of load on it.
It was a yellow extra 300.
Yeah.
They're shooting some kind of video. I don't even know who that guy is. He's not a control line flyer. Yeah.
Let's not cover the gnats until the last 5 flights of the day, 4 flights of the day. We'll give them a minute and a half airtime. What's his name? Site. Todd and that girl, whatever her name is. There's a guy named Steve.
Who's that?
That guy needs to be moved up. His name is
Last I saw, he was still over at Snowsville in class 2 class.
Yeah, but
He was barely at the beginning.
what's his name? Tom Creasy beat him. Tom Creasy has to move up. He's been a beginner for 10 years. Until he got the trophy. I'm not interested in that trophy that much, but it'd be nice. You won the Walker Cup, didn't you?
I never won anything. I beat myself
Could
up.
be
How come you don't act like a jerk off with it? The rest of
What do
it.
you mean? I because I don't have to act. I'm a jerk naturally.
He's like that all the
You know
time.
All them other guys act like jerk off.
No, mine happened so much. It's part of history, ancient history.
You're the last junior or senior to win the Walker Cup, right?
Last senior, yeah. And actually, if you look at the history of the Walker Cup, up until about 1960, the underage winner, it was won by a junior or senior as often as it was won by the Open. I'll start off with Davey Slagle, of course, winning the first 3. But there were other people like Warwidge. I think he did. Gary Sipper won it, I think, as a junior. And that used to happen, and then it didn't happen from I think 1960 until 1972 when I did it, and it hasn't happened. Frankly, I don't know if it'll ever happen. When I was a senior, the senior age group wasn't as deep as the open age group. We would have been top 10 open.
I don't think that'll ever be broken. And they were all by their flying on different. Where was it? Flying on different.
What?
It was 10 feet wider than it was tall.
Yeah.
He was doing that the other day, too.
stretch them out.
40 points. Yeah, but his flights are impressive.
But they would go up one right after the other. I mean, they would fly 50 flights in a row. But they go up fly like 3 minutes the whole flight. They pick 2 or 3 different maneuvers, and that's all they fly. They fly a whole flight of just those 3 maneuvers, and he come down the middle and go out. He do the same thing, fly 3 maneuvers. They just kept doing that over and over, and they switched maneuvers every time they went out there. And they fly these 3 maneuvers this time, these 3 maneuvers this time, and this one.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody do that and be successful at it, but it certainly works for them, and I'm sure that that's what Mike taught them.
They're also flying electric, so their CG doesn't change.
Yeah.
You know, you're flying fuel, CG changes, and those maneuvers.
You come out and fly your flight to, you get one chance. You don't get 3 chances. You don't get to take the best one of 3. Right?
Exactly the way they do it for
Yeah. Well, it might be handy to do that if you were, I wonder if you were trimming an airplane out. Usually the worst part of the flight is like in the vertical and overhead stuff. If you did just concentrated on those maneuvers a little bit while you're trimming, you might find and fix more trim issues.
We do 3-ounce tank pulls.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get 1 or 2 maneuvers, and then you run out of fuel and come in and land.
Yeah. Well, I do, obviously I do 1-minute flights, and you can get wings level, you can get a pretty good idea where the balancer is, you can see if your speed is right, and get enough of those where, okay, I think I can fly this, and then make it a full flight. And if I've run 1 or 2 flights off the battery, I'll make it a 4.5-minute flight instead of.
This is Orestes flying here now.
I'll do a maneuver every lap. And again, it's kind of a going through the motions thing, but again, you don't know if the airplane's trimmed until you're doing stunt patterns. Oh yeah, so very cool. And then you don't know if it's trimmed unless you're doing stunt patterns in the wind and in the calm.
I have more
things like
problems
that.
with handles.
Yeah.
You know, getting that just right, where it locks in, that's right, and it locks in perfect, and it doesn't want to fly 10 feet high one way naturally or low naturally. That's just the way. But I want to get that upright and inverted thing perfect. But these hard point handles are a pain in the butt because you can't just move the table on it. You gotta change the next to this. A 16th, that's one thing where I've seen where a 16th makes a big difference. You know, that in and out, and that neutral setting, and that elevator is a 16th.
15 watts.
Doesn't mean you can't fly the airplane like that. It just means that it's just not a natural thing.
Yeah. Well, in my mind, you really can't. That's part of the 1-minute flights too. You can in 1 minute you can do all the handle adjustment.
Oh yeah, in your head.
But again, even when you do that, even when I do that, I've gotten where this feels good, and I start flying pattern.
Who is this at?
This is Dave Tribble.
Dave's Trouble.
He was supposed to be the last flight, but obviously Howard will be the last flight now.
They've done it just down there for somebody to get a good run. I haven't heard a good
I don't know
run.
if I've even heard a full flight.
The last one was a full flight. You know, got about
I've heard a bunch of 3-minute flights.
Yeah. Well, see, anything like Captain Joel and all them guys, they get out there and they just got a good flight in, so they want to get 1 jet bigger. So they go 1 jet bigger and you can't start the damn thing. You know, and then they got their barometer and all this stuff set up in the pits. They're looking for this perfect air, and they wait, 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 and then they go and put that 1 jet big in there, and they kick it. I'm like, go back to the other jet, get something that'll start and run it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to run on that jet today.
That's it. That's it.
And then you hear, when they come on, when those fast jets come on, you can just hear those things. He did one with Coach Kent at our field one year. Coach Kent was flying jet Billy.
That's what it says.
Feels stronger than that.
Yeah, gusting to 40.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, I don't see anything for gust. It feels stronger than 11. You know, when I was flying, I could feel how it feels when the airplane was in the grips. You know, it was in the grips of the wind. But you know, the other guys only the pros are. And I learned how to fly with 35 size airplanes in the wind.
Watch Joe Gilbert. He's the best wind flyer out here.
And the way we always used to, believe it or not, we always used to richen the engine in the wind too.
Yeah, I would always heard to go slow.
And the idea was to let the wind carry a little bit, you know, accelerate a little less. Plus, you know, with the motor wanting to run a little slower, you got a little bit of brake. I've seen a lot of people take off downwind like that. Obviously, he knows his plane.
He's not going to ding his prop by doing that. I was launching Matt Newman out there in that area. I know he never let me launch his airplane after that again because he got all the hot oil. But he was launched up wind. When he comes around to go up the wind, I let it go perfect.
Sparky was helping me a couple of years ago. Playing football for him. I could feel it as soon as I waved it off. He felt that there was a gust of that would be 90 degrees. Blew it up and hit the cloud. After we was done, he said, "What happened?" He said, "Yeah, I know what happened because I could, you know, I was 60 feet away, and it was an instantaneous. It didn't last or anything like that. He had waited 1 second sooner or later,
you would have missed it, yeah."
Oh, you didn't get too much.
For the rest of the day. It wasn't my fault. Turkey wouldn't let eat my hands.
Because you end up with fingernail marks in them. I don't know what these people are thinking. Hold on to them like a death grip. Jesus Christ. Hey Jack, what's the word on the death grip? My Thunderbolt had fingernail marks in that thing. Jerry, cut your fingernails. You say, let me see your hands. Cut your fingernails first.
You would love Dave Turkey. Hey Dave, can I see your airplane? Yeah. Take off your rings, your watch, take off your belt, and I mean, you can look at my airplane.
And Ron O'Toole would go, yeah, you can look at it. He'd hold it for you, see?
Yeah. Never met Ron.
Huh?
Never met Ron or was it Bob Tucker?
Yeah, Bob Tucker, yeah. He was the master sander. Another one.
Yeah.
Did he hit the ground?
Yeah, he hit the ground.
Bad day.
Super bad day.
Crap.
4 accidents.
Yeah, that's broken.
Yeah.
Well, 4 over here, and there's at least 1 over there. I heard of another one. what's his name, Jim Pagani,
Yeah.
had his airplane run over by an electric. He was practicing with his buddy Tom, and he walked the airplane off. He didn't unplug it, and the airplane took off on its own in the pits, which I've never seen happen. I just can't believe it happens, but it happened, and it ran over his airplane.
Jerry, his airplane started up by itself.
But there. Remember my electric
Crossfires?
Yeah. The checkerboard. Yeah, or yeah, I sold it to him.
Was that the beam fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw when we were cleaning out Jerry's stuff, there was an I-beam, I
Right.
think. That's all that was left of it.
That's all that was left.
Yeah.
So you know I built the wing, right?
Yeah.
That spar was white pine. You can break it like that. I wish we could get some more of that. You ask the white pine in the store, they bring it a poplar. No, not the same.
No, it is not. Not even sure what a good substitute would be. Do you think something birch might work?
No, there's nothing. White pine. You gotta have clear white pine.
Well, that's the trouble. You know, you get pine, it's usually really garbage. You know, so.
Well, see, what I used to do, we had a lumber yard on Virginia and Bates. And I would go down to the lumber yard and I'd say, hey, I need to buy a stick of white pine. But it has to be a special stick. And I go out in the yard, this is a real lumber yard, go out in the yard and pick it out. And I'd have to climb up in the rafters and I'd go through probably 50 in the pile. You know, look at the grain, make sure it's straight, no knots, you know, make sure it's straight this way. And then I'd buy one stick for $3. Spent 2 hours with it.
But yeah, but the point is that, you know, you could have bought 50 of them and not got one.
Right.
You know? And the other thing is that looking at those sticks, what you really needed was a 4-foot piece of that stick. 5 foot? Okay. Well, you could use 4 in the middle, and you audit the tips, it wouldn't matter so much.
But I used to take that stick and whittle it down, and it'd be 1 ounce. And super strong, super. I've tried composites, you know, building them up with balsa and like Billy does. They're 2.5 ounces when they're done, and not as strong.
Yeah, I didn't like the idea, you know, and I saw the video Billy did with, well, you got it posted,
Right.
and, building an I-beam, putting carbon on there. And what I don't like is carbon has a totally different way of bending and stretching than wood does. What happens is that the wood wants to move and the carbon won't move. And what happens is that the interface between the two, you know, like one molecule down into the glue, it breaks. You know, it'll be yeah, and it'll come down. The carbon's untouched, and but it's not touching anything else either.
Can't see it.
Yeah, Wendy built that airplane back at way back when, the one he called the MiG. Great big airplane, weighed something like 60 ounces. It was like a 900 square inch airplane. Beautifully finished, and he achieved that by putting lots of carbon in it and stuff like that. He flew it at the Nats, and by the FAI, the airplane was trashed. The carbon had destroyed the balsa wood around it. And he built in the week before the team trials. He built the foam to have something fun. I don't know exactly when he did that. This is way back in '83, but I think he was building foamies for a while after that until he figured out what else he wanted to do.
That's what I didn't actually see it. I saw it on the ground.
Watchers. You got 19 people watching.
Yeah, as Len Burrell would say, it's blowing a hoolie right now.
You can see where it cracked. So that one hangs up. I retired. I took the engine out. It looks pretty cool.
But his motor seems to be working pretty well. He's not getting a lot of wind up, but he's flying huge too. Pretty intimidating.
So far, so good for me too.
Seems to be settling in pretty good. He's looking pretty smooth. Technical merit.
Could be Orestes and
Now, of course, it's going to be Orestes. Orestes, Howard, Todd Lee, and I think they seem to like Mac Cole a lot.
Plus, I've been going through the exact same thing. Better, but I did it by going. I go see a chiropractor once a month.
Those guys all flew pretty well, and they flew early. So,
Gave me some exercises to do and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's right for everyone, but it has helped me. I think that's how I got over my vertigo.
He got up here and just sort of cut around.
they're
might
talking
be
about
out of mind, but I planned on it.
it. They're talking about it.
No, I understand, and that's why I said they kept somebody's Yeah, I don't know either. I've been seeing one a long time. I've been seeing chiropractors all my life.
Probably.
So
He does.
I decided I'd rather do that than the muscle relaxers. and all
Well, I
that
guess
stuff.
start taking it down.
I felt like I was worse off manipulating me when I was the win. So I decided to turn around and did a little weather vane. Did you see that? Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, I know. I was listening.
Well, that was all 20 of the flyers. Well, look at Dave Tribble's airplane, see what happened with him. Looks like it has a broken elevator stabilizer.
Yeah, I experienced that launching Eric Taylor. I think that kid, got to see him. It was so. And this darn tail blew into my elbows when I let go of it. I felt bad, like, oh, I just hit his airplane. But
What happened, Dave?
my elbow.
I guess I needed a little more Viagra or something. I didn't quite get that.
Oh my God.
What maneuver were you on?
Faster in the corner than I was ready for.
What maneuver were you on?
The last turn of the outside
Square?
last outside square of the square 8. Came around and just made the turn quite fast enough. Actually, just hit the rudder and the prop, but that did it the way she went. So anyway, it has a sister ship, identical twin. So I'm just gonna have to fly that one. Yeah, kind of excited.
much did it weigh before?
Well, at least you broke the choke crash.
What I was worried about was yeah.
Made the snake the motor. Yeah.
And then you got Dennis talking about longevity. Don't build it to crash. I ain't building them to crash.
You don't build them to crash. You don't build them to last 10 years either. You build them to last a year. You build a new one next year. You build a new one next year, and you make it last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
By taking care of it,
Yeah,
proper
right.
design, and the airplane, and you get killed. This puts on usual loads of
Yeah. Let's go over and look at the scoreboards, and then we'll come back and take this crap down.
Yeah, I got a
Well, looks like it's over. Yep. Nice sitting here with the breeze blowing. It's really not that hot, is it? It's not bad at all.
4.6 gig. So we got 36 gig left to play with. So we got time for Saturday at John's. Not Saturday at John's, but Saturday at the field. That was the wisest thing I ever did. Getting off that stupid hot spot I had. Okay, we're gonna walk over. I'm not gonna be here for top 5 tomorrow. It's an extra day in the hotel, so another $100. It's just costs $60 a day to eat. 3 meals, $20 a throw. And we're so close. I guess I could drive home maybe and come back in the morning. I don't know. It's a lot of driving. Let's see what we got here.
You know, everything works out. I want to go to Joe Hall. I want to, for old time's sake, spend the week out there with them. And, like every time I come to the Natch, when I buy my set of snacks, I always buy a pack of wheat thins and a pack of Triscuits because that's what we always had when we went on our contests.
One of my favorite things. I love it. Yeah. My great aunt, she always bought Triscuits. Thank you. They're good snacks. Thank you. Yeah, right.
I mean, that's not. You gotta get the score sheet. Put it away. I'll frame that score sheet. One with the wings.
What? Well, I didn't do it all. Okay, we're I'm sorry, what?
Chris Cox. The third of it.
You have that. Didn't he have a chip prop or something?
Yeah, he took it. First
It's like the one on the back of your shirt. It's like that.
Your top five.
Yeah, I believe so. Oh, Mike's talking. No, I know. Yeah. Yeah. Who
There you go.
There's your final scores.
All right, let's do about 5 minutes to get pictures, look at the board, and go, oh my God, it's over, thank you. Oh my God,
Rhett Buck qualifies, Matt Colan qualifies, Dave Fitzgerald, Orestes Hernandez, and Howard Rush. Those are your 5 qualifiers for tomorrow's flight. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate the super chats and all the bandwidth and the likes and so on and so forth. So we'll give you a recap from date Fairwinds Tight Lines. See ya.